Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. I'm gonna be doing a vlog today. In today's vlog, well, I don't really have anything much going on right now, so what I'm gonna do is just gonna settle in and just talk about anything that I have to express. I know I haven't uploaded in over a week, probably because I had to catch up with school and work and stuff, and I just didn't really have that much time. But now that my schedule is much more open, I get to make more time for my videos, and I really want to get into the videos and etc. Because some people have been like messaging me like, what's wrong with like when am I gonna start another video or whatever. Like, I've been delaying too much. I don't delay my videos on purpose. I just, either I'm struggling on a video idea or I just don't have time to post a video because of I have so much things in between my schedule, and the only time I wanna make a video is when the people that I want to make a video with are unavailable. So I just have to make the time and make it work. But the other thing I'm trying not to do is make excuses, so I'm just gonna make vlogs that have to do with just myself, so that I don't always have to blame people internally about why they didn't make a video with me and etc. Because everybody's busy with their thing and etc. Right? I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to get out of me. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell you a cool story. So I'm gonna put the camera down and we'll just talk about a really cool story that happened in my life. I hope you guys like it. It seems pretty interesting to me. I'll see you guys when I sit down. Alright, I finally found a spot with perfect lighting. Before I was vlogging, I wanted to vlog outside, like walk around and do stuff, but it was really windy, so I couldn't make that vlog. But I think I prefer walking around. I think I prefer doing vlogs while walking around instead of sitting down, just because it keeps me more energetic. But I kind of like this because of the good lighting. I don't know, I'll just work things out. The first story that I'm going to talk about in this video today would be about the one time that one of my friends shot me in the foot with a pellet gun. That was one of the most gruesome moments of my life. I would show you the scar on my foot, but it's a bit gruesome. Just kidding, it's not. It's a bit gruesome. In fact, one of my pinkies on my toes got amputated. Yeah, just kidding, none of that actually happened. It was just a tiny bullet that was inside of my foot for a while, and then I had to get surgery and stuff like that. But that's about it. What happened was, when I was with my friends, there was 3 of my friends. I was with my best friend, and I was with his friend, which was my friend too. And it was in 9th grade when we were all hanging around. And we used to play with Nerf guns. We used to collect Nerf guns. We used to have Nerf gun battles. It was like the least lethal battle we've ever had out of everything. And then one of my friends decided to upgrade from Nerf battles to BB guns and pellet guns. Pellet guns are a bit more lethal than BB guns because BB guns are plastic. The BB gun bullets are plastic, but the pellet gun bullets are metallic, bronze, and that's the one that I got shot with. So after a while of the Nerf gun battles, my friend decided to do an airsoft battle. I thought it was really cool, until I found out how hard it was to get hit by one of those. BB guns, not the pellet guns, the BB guns. I got hit by that. It hurt a lot. Like, I had a pretty big bruise. It was on my back when I got shot by a BB gun. I did not like those. Although I do want to try paintball guns. Like, I want to try a paintball gun battle because I heard it's really fun. I want to do a challenge video with paintball guns, like when I do a battle with my friends and etc. If you guys want to see that, make sure you guys comment down below. Give it a huge like. So one night I was battling with my friends and with BB guns. So I had my jacket. I had like 3 layers of pants. And when I said jacket, I did not mean like those nice casual jackets that you wear going out. I literally used a winter coat that I go for going out to New York City or some northern states. Those big ones, just because I'm just that extra. And so I wore those, and when I went to the to the battleground, which was my friend's front yard and backyard around there. And my friends were just like wearing somewhat of extra protection. I was like the most extra one. And okay, so after a few hours of going up, after a few rounds and hours go by, we were all just hanging around, shooting at each other. And some people, everyone got hit, and yeah. And then at the end, after when we were all tired and we decided to call it a day, we just went to the backyard and we just chilled and we ate some snacks and drank Gatorade. And then as I was talking to my best friend, and we were just minding our own business and just talking, and then my other friend, he had his rifle. It was a pellet gun. We were not battling with pellet guns. We were battling with BB guns, those plastic bullets. So we were shooting each other with plastic bullet BB guns. So those were less lethal than pellet guns. My friend, he had a pellet gun rifle, but he didn't use that ever. He just has it, I guess, for fun, for protection, whatever. So my friend and I, my best friend and I, we were just talking. We were on the table, and my other friend was sitting down on this couch on the porch, and he had his rifle on his lap, and as he was just chilling there, and it was loaded, it was like on fire mode. And then as he was sitting and he was like scrolling through his Instagram, and while me and my friend were just minding our business, having a nice simple conversation, my friend, he gets up out of nowhere and he fires the trigger, and it happened so fast that went right through my shoe and went right into my toe. And you would think that every single piece of clothing that I had, from my upper body and my lower body, I would be fully protected. But of course, it had to be the toes. And then he shot, and then out of all the places I would think of, the bullet went through my shoe and hit my foot, and it went into my pinky, and it went into my, I guess you could call it a pinky toe, I don't know, pinky toe. And I felt nothing for 3 seconds, and then I started feeling something. So you know how when you get in a car accident, okay, if you've never got in a car accident, think of the movies. You know how when people get in a car accident, and then it depends how hard it is. So when someone gets in a car accident, and everybody's just minding their own business, or the driver, and then as the car accident affects them, they get into this mode mentally where they can't process what just happened. It's like, well, what just happened? And then now they feel and then when they realize something happened, it affects them. So when I got shot in the foot by the pellet gun from my friend, I felt nothing. But my best friend noticed, because he heard the trigger. He heard the gun fire the bullet to my foot, and my friend, he knew he triggered it. And then 5 seconds later, I was like, I felt something on my toe, and then I started getting woozy, and then I was like, let me sit down. Then when I sat down, and my best friend was like looking at me, I was like, are you okay? What just happened? And then out of nowhere, I threw up on him, all over his shorts, and it was just everywhere. It was a mess. And then he made a joke about how his phone was waterproof and etc. And yeah, so after I threw up on him, my friend knew that it was really bad, and because the blood from my shoe was coming out. It was coming out, and then I rushed into. When 2 of my friends saw my foot bleeding, and then when I was walking, and then they rushed me into the house, and we sat down in the kitchen. His grandma was in the other room watching TV, so nobody knew what was happening. And then my friends were all acting like everything's gonna be okay, and they like took my shoe off, and they noticed all this blood everywhere. And then my other friend went and grabbed the towel, made it wet, and cleaned. It was like hurrying up and cleaning the blood. It was like trying to clean everything. And then my other friend was here looking at pictures I think he was looking at Google how to solve the problem. And then externally he started looking at pictures with people in worse conditions than me. Like a whole nail in someone's foot, or like someone's eyes getting stabbed or whatever. Like he was trying to help me feel better, but the pictures were just so gruesome that it wasn't even helping that much. And then after my foot was feeling a little bit better and my foot was like cleaned out, but the wound was still open and the bullet was in there. I mean, I didn't know the bullet was in there. The bullet seemed to be out because my friends had found pieces of the bullet in my shoe. So they took it out and then it was on it fell on the floor from my shoe. So it was like really late at night. It was like 10:30. I didn't really have a curfew at that time. I mean, I used to have a curfew, now I don't. I could just stay over, just have to ask my parents, yeah. So it was time for my best friend to go home, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take off. I was limping, but at the same time I was trying to play it off cool by the time I got to my parents' house. But before I left, my friend was like, do not tell anyone and just keep it to yourself. I didn't know the bullet was in my toe, and then I was limping. I was trying to play it off cool, and then but even though my friend said to not tell, I eventually had to tell. And you know the phrase, snitches get stitches. I still had to get stitches anyways, so there was no point in not telling. I just told. So I went to my house, and my mom was like, why are you limping? And I said, oh, I hurt my toe when I was playing in my friend's house. Day by day goes, and my toe kept getting worse and worse. And then my mom was like, okay, I need to take you to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor examined my toe, and then he noticed that there was something in it, and it was black. And he was like, okay, you need to get x-rays. And then I went through x-rays, I went through the MRI, and then the doctors found out that there was a pellet gun in my toe. So this is my toe, and this would be the side. They saw something black here, which was a piece of a bullet from the pellet gun. And then, but it turned out that the pellet gun bullet there was more, and it was a little circle, and it was in the middle of my pinky toe. I'm gonna show you here. So this is my pinky toe. So this is where it went through. And the pellet gun was like right here in the middle. And it was so far into the week where the doctor said, you're lucky that you had told us now, because if you told us later, your pinky toe would have been amputated. And if I hadn't never said anything, it would have been real, and it would not have been a joke. But thank God I told my parents and etc. And yeah, so I went through surgery, and then it was for like a few hours, and then I went home. I was grounded at that time. I had my Xbox taken away, but I guess that was a perfect good excuse to get my Xbox back, and I actually played video games in bed. I skipped school for a few days. But yeah, that was the story of how I got shot in the foot by a pellet gun. Literally, my parents decided not to do anything. They could have pressed charges they wanted to. They could have sued them. They could have done all that. But my mom was just like, don't hang out with that person ever again. She was like, okay, I won't hang out with that person again. Although I did want to catch up with that person once. I haven't seen him in like 5 years. Maybe I'm exaggerating. 3 or 2 years. But yeah. So that's pretty much the story. I guess I should tell you to not play with guns because they're painful. But that wasn't even a real gun, it was a pellet gun. But still, I guess you should be careful with those. And yeah, that was the story of how I got shot. And that was the story of how I got shot in the foot with a pellet gun. If you guys want to hear more stories, more interesting stories that has happened in my life, make sure you guys give it a huge like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.